Okay. Good evening once again. Today is our uh week three, oh sorry, week two of this graduates IT employability bootcamp 2.0. This is batch two. As always, we are going to start by showing our outlines. That is what we are going to cover for the day. I didn't mention today's date. Today is 3rd May 2025. So as always, we used to start by showing our outlines. That is what we are going to cover for the day. And our today's outlines goes like this. We are going to have a recap on week one. That is what we have covered last week. Then we are going to talk about shortcut keys from Control A to Control Z. Then we are going to talk about how to inserting of shapes. Then we are going to talk about pagination. Then we are going to talk about page break. Then we are going to talk about section break. I think last week someone asked about something that is related to this section break. So we are going to talk about it. Then after we talk about section break, then it will be more preparable. We'll come back to pagination, then talk about the advanced pagination. Then we are also going to talk about table of contents. Then we will have our question and answer. Then we call it a day. So recap on the on week one. In week one, we talk about first we talk about the boot camp. We see how the boot camp is going to when how they were where so far how when the boot camp is going to last. We said it's going to last for about 10 weeks. And we talk about why this IT employability skills is important. And we also said we are going to start from afresh. So some might see that, yeah, these things are very basic, or they know them or whatsoever. That's why we said we are starting from known to unknown. Not every not every participant or not every members knows everything from the scratch. So that's why we are taking it from the scratch. We are taking it from the grassroots and up to the extreme end. So from this point of talking about the what do you call it? Talking about this what do you call it? Bootcamp. We have our own rules and regulation, and we are governed strictly by those rules and regulation. You see, we started this boot camp with you. I think we are over 200 plus. So it won't surprise us if maybe 30 of you graduated successfully. Once you break any of our rule, you will just automatically remove you out of the group, and that's the end of it. We don't have anything, we will not hesitate anything. So just please abide by our rules and regulation. If you abide by our rules and regulation, you submit all your assignments and you did all what we asked you to do, you will successfully follow us up to the extreme end of this program. So that's it. Today, once it is 11:59 p.m. today, we will see so far how many people submitted their assignment, and from there we'll start removing those that did not submit their assignment. And anybody that score below average, we are also going to remove them after you've gone for your survey. So that's it for the what I had wanted to add or what I wanted to remind you concerning our bootcamp. Then we talk about text customization, how you customize your text, how you change font style, font size, and what have you. So we all talk about that, how you change the font color and what have you. So we talk about all those things last week. We also talk about how you can insert tables, how you can insert a given number of rows, how you can insert a given number of columns, and what have you. So we all talked about that. We also talk about how you insert a watermark and why watermark is important. I don't know if there is anybody, because I want us to have an interactive session. So I don't know if there is anybody that will tell me why watermark is important in our text or in our document. Why do we use watermark? Please just write it in the comments so that we'll see it. Why do we use watermark? Why is it important to use watermark? Confidentiality. Mm, I agree with you to some extent, but um, we use watermark to show ownership. That's perfect. That's the exact word. That is the exact word we use. We use watermark to show ownership. We use watermark to show ownership. Good. We also talk about, so I think the person that asked question asks, how can we put a watermark in a specific page while we leave others? Maybe if it is a cover page, you don't want your cover page to have watermark and what have you. So we'll talk about that. Inshallah, today we'll talk about that. We also talk about inserting of text box. You see how you insert a text box, and the reason why we insert a text box is it will allow you to navigate your text wherever you want to navigate it. Not as if you are using, if you use normal text. If you use normal text in Microsoft Word, you don't have access to navigate it wherever you want to navigate it, except if you are going to use ruler or padding or any margin or something. But for text box, you can even rotate it upside down, left, right, and what have you. You can move it wherever you want to move it. That's another advantage of using text box. We also talk about affixing, how you affix an image. Sorry, how you affix a signature. You see how you remove background, then how you can wrap the, what do you call it? How you can wrap your image and navigate it wherever you want to navigate it, and affix the signature exactly where you want to affix it. We also talk about letterhead. You see how we end up designing a very awesome or an awesome letterhead for our company. You can we will also give you assignment, and some of you or much of you did great in designing their own letterhead. So I think that's what we have covered for last week. I think basically that's what we have covered. Now for today's business, let's get down to business. Our today's business is shortcut keys. We are going to start with shortcut keys from A to Z. We have Control A, where it will allow you to select all or highlight all. I will explain them in details. I will do the practical aspect of them immediately after we are done with this. So Control A is highlight all. Let me just quickly read it out so that if we go to the explanation or practical aspect of it, we will explain more better. Control B is for bold. Control C is for copy. Control D is for font style. Then Control E is for centralize, Control F is find, Control G is go to, Control H replace, Control I italic, Control J justify, Control K insert hyperlink, Control L left align, Control M tab, Control N new page, Control O open existing file, Control P print. Then Control Q is 1.15 line spacing. Then Control R is right alignment. Then Control S is save. Then Control T is left indentation. Control U underline, and Control V is paste. Then Control W is closed. Then Control X is cut. Then Control Y is redo. Then Control Z is undo. So basically, good. Sorry, please. As I said, I was having a network glitch. These are the shortcut keys, as I was saying, from A to Z. As far as Hammer Technologies is concerned, this is like a national anthem. Anybody you see and he told you that he's from Hamad Technologies, just ask him Control W, he will say close. Once he didn't answer your question, he is not from Hamad Technologies. Even if he is from Hamad Technologies automatically disowned him. So as far as it's concerned, this is like Fatiha, or this is like national anthem to Hamad Technologies. So please try as much as you can, cram it, understand it very well. Please understand it very well. Cram it, not just cramming. understand each and every one of them, as understand every bit of this shortcut keys. Now let's go to the practical aspect of it. I will stop sharing my screen a little bit. Then if I open my Microsoft Word, then I will reopen it again. Okay, so I believe you can now see my screen. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it. Let me close this so that you can all see it. Okay, so I believe you can all see my screen now. Good. This is the what do you call it? It is the text we are going to use for all the shortcut keys from A to Z. Control A, as I said, is for select all, where you select all your documents. You see, maybe I want to highlight all my documents. I'm having 17 pages. So for me to drag up to the last page from page 1 to page 17, it will be a very difficult task for me. So now if I want to select all the text, all I would do is just press Control A. Once I press Control A, I've selected all the context or all the text in what do you call it? I have selected all the text in uh what do you call it, in the document. That's for Control A. Then Control B is for bold. Let's say you have your document like this. Let me just say this is chapter 1. So you see chapter 1 supposed to be a little bit bolder than the main text. You see, now the chapter 1 and the main text, they are all the same thing. They have the same bold. So now I want to bold my chapter 1. First, I will highlight the the text. After having highlighted it, then I will press Control B. Once I press Control B, now I bold it. So you see, it's a little bit bolder than what do you call it? Bolder than the main text. So this is how you bold your document, and this is how you do the bold. The next thing is Control C. Control C is for copy. Control C is for copy. If you want to copy your text, all you do is just highlight like this. After having highlighted, let me highlight. So after having highlighted like this, you just press Control C. Once you press Control C, you have already copied it. But now you will not see the effect of what you have done since your clipboard is not open. Now I'll open the clipboard for you so that you will see what we have already copied. If you want to open your clipboard in Microsoft Word, this is where you just click. Once you click on this place, you have already opened your clipboard. You see, this is what I have just copied. Let me copy something again. Let's say I've copied this, save time in the Word, this, blah, blah. Then I'll just press Control C like this. You see, once I press Control C, my clipboard already saved this paragraph. If I press another one again like this, I'll press Control C. You see, it's already picked another what do you call it? It's already picked another text. So this is how you can keep copying your text, and the shortcut for copying any text is Control C. Then the next thing is Control D. Control D, we said it is for font style. So font style, it can be a font style, text font style. It can be a font size. It can be a font color, whatsoever you want to do with your text. You can you can basically use Control D. Once you press Control D, everything in your text, sorry please, there are some that are in the waiting room, let me admit them. So everything will just appear. All the text formatting, changing of font color, font style, and what have you, it will all appear in your text. Let me just highlight this for instance, then I'll press Control D. Once I press Control D like this, you see what do you call it? A dialog box just opened. Then it will allow me to do all the formattings I want to do. You see, I have body, headings, and what have you. Here I have font color. I can change to any font color I want if I want any. Like this, as you can see, we have underline also. If you want to underline, you see you have this. If you want to have dash or hyphen or whatsoever, so this is where you can just put it. We also have underline color like this, but this underline color, it will not be applicable unless if you use this, then it will allow you to use underline color to choose which color do you want in your underline. You see, then we have this strike through, we have this double strike through and what have you. So all these ones are formattings. You can use whatever one you want, but please, I think let's just use something that is applicable, that everybody will not forget. Let's say I have this. We are going to give two examples. The first thing is that, let's say I have this naira sign. I want to apply the naira sign as example. So once I press Control D like this, I will just come to this double strike through and click it. Then I will just say OK. So now once I press N like this, it will automatically appear with double strike through, like just a naira sign. Then you go ahead and press Control D again. Then you remove the double strike through so that you can go ahead and write whatsoever you want to write. You see, like this, I'm writing 5,000, and this 5,000 also, if I want to strike it, I can simply go to Control D like this. Then I will just click on strike through like this. Then I'll click on OK. So you see, now it's just gave me a strike through. Maybe if you have discount or any bonanza, Ramadan bonanza or something like that, you can just go ahead and do it this way. Once you press Control D, it will give you options of double strike through, single strike through. There are a lot, as you can see, there are a lot in it. So that's what Control D is doing. Then the next thing is Control E. Control E is for centralize. You have your text, you want to centralize it. So just go and press Control E. And where we can apply this basic way, where you can simply apply it, like this chapter 1 now, I want it to be at the center. I want to centralize only this chapter 1. All I would do is just press Control E like this. Once we press Control E, you see your text is, your header is at the center. So this is how you centralize your headaches or whatsoever text you want to centralize. Then the next thing is Control F. Control F is for find. If you want to find a text like this, maybe you want to find a specific text. Let's say I want to find, just give me any word. Please just give me any word that comes to. Let's say I want to find this word document. This word document. I want to find its appearance in this given text. So now, if I want to find its appearance, I'll just press Control F like this. Let me close this clipboard. So you see, once I press Control F like this, we have different versions of this Microsoft Word. We have 2016 downward, and we have 2016 upward, which includes 2016, 2019. They usually update their versions after every 3 years, but once it comes to 2021, they named it as 365. This is Microsoft Office 365, and it is the latest version up to now. I don't think they have any updated versions apart from Microsoft Office 365. So from 2016 down upward, once you press Control F, this is what you will see. But from 2013 downwards, once you press Control F, this is what you will see. Let me just show it to you. This is, you will see a dialog box open like this, but and this time around it's showing this find like this. So we are using this, since we are using Microsoft Office 365. This is why we are going to use. Now once you this what do you call it, this search bar just appeared, you just write what you want to write. I will write document like this, documents like this. So you see, I wrote document. We are having 200 results find. These are the total number of documents we have, and we are in documents number, we are in the appearance number 3. So we have 200 documents. So whatever word you wrote, once you wrote it, it will automatically highlight all the places that word occur. It will highlight it in yellow. So this is the shortcut for find. Then the next thing is Control G. Control G is go to. Control G is go to. Let me close this, or maybe we might use it later, but for now let me close it. Control G is go to. So for go to, maybe you want to go to a specific page. As you can see now, we are in page 203. I can't see it clearly. So we are in page 1. We are in page 1 now. So let's say I want to go to page 10. As you can see, we are having 17 pages. You can see these are the pages, total number of pages we are having. So now I want to go to page 10. I'll just write 10 like this, then I'll click on go to. So you see it's automatically navigated me to page 10. So this is how you can simply navigate to any page you want to navigate to. We have a lot of we have different types of things you might want to navigate. We have sections, we have line, we have comments, footnotes, and what have you. But we haven't treated any of them. We only all we have treated as page. All you I believe you know as page. So we only talk about the page. If you want to navigate to any given page, this is what you do. Once you write the page number, you just click on go to. It will automatically navigate you to that particular page you want to navigate to. Then the next thing is replace, which is Control H. Control H is replace. If you want to replace something, let's say we have already find the word document. So let's say we want to replace that word we have already found. Now I'll press Control H. Once I press Control H, it will ask me which word do I want to find. So let's say I want to find the word click like this. Then I want to replace it with let's say choose or something like that. So I want to replace it with choose. So I have two options. It's either I will be replacing it one by one so that I will be doing it with conscience, with quotients. Wherever I want to replace, I will use it. If I don't want to replace it, I will just click on next and move to the next one. Or I will just replace once and for all. I will just replace all. I can choose any option I want. Let's start with this one. You see, I have this click. Now I want to change it. You see it already highlighted. I want to change it to choose. You see it was automatically replaced with the word choose. If you want to skip this one, maybe you don't want to replace it, just click on next like this. Then it will allow you to navigate to the next one. This one also, once you click on next, it will allow you to navigate to the next one. But if you want to replace them all, just click on this replace all. It will automatically replace all the appearance of the word click in your document. We see we have 239 documents. So it's showing that this is to tell you that the word click appears 239 plus two words we have replaced. It appears 241 occurrences in this document. So this is what Control H is doing, is just to replace a text. Then the next thing is Control O. Let me quickly go back to page 1 by pressing Control G and selecting 1 so that I will continue. Yeah, control. Yeah, on page 1. Good. So this is my page 1. Now the next thing I will do is to italicize. Let's say I have this text like this. I want to italicize it. So once we press Control I like this, you see it's bent a little bit. It's not as straight as this one. So that's what the word that is what Control I is doing. It's bend your text, or is bends a specific text a little bit. So that's what Control I is doing, italicize. Then the next thing is Control J. Control J is justify. So for justify, this is what we call justify. You see the text now. You see all the lines in this document. All these lines start from one point. You understand? They started at this very point. All the lines, not the paragraph, all the lines started at the same point. Do you understand? What of the end point? So for the end point of every line, it differs and it doesn't look awesome anymore. It's not awesome. So we want every line to end in the same length. You understand? Like maybe this four, I want every line to have length, the same starting point and the same ending point, unless or otherwise, if the what do you call it? If the text or if the line ends, it's a paragraph. If the end line is a paragraph like this one now, you can't say it must end somewhere close to here. It will just end where it's supposed to end since it is in the ending of a. Hello, I want to start recording again. Uh, it's like the Zoom application is not responding, and the recording is very important for those that. Good. So, as I was saying, Control J, as I was saying before the network opted me out, um, Control J, I've already finished explaining how it works. So now let's see, we'll just highlight like this. You can highlight all the texts up to the end by just pressing Control A to highlight everything. Then you just press Control J. So you see, once you press Control J, you have justified the whole text. As you can see now, they have the same starting point and they also have the same end point, unless or otherwise if there is what do you call it? Unless or otherwise if there is a paragraph ending. If the paragraph ends somewhere here, it will maintain where it ends. But as far as it's not the ending of the paragraph, all the lines will have the same starting point and they will have the same ending point. So that's what Control J is all about. Then the next thing is Control K. For Control K is inserting hyperlink. Maybe you have a document or a picture that you want to appear. Maybe you don't want it to appear in your text, but you want to be like this. Once you click on that particular file, or once you click on that particular word, that document will automatically open, or that file will automatically open. It can be a document, it can be a video, it can be an audio, it can be anything. Once you click on it, it will automatically open. So take note of this. The file supposed to be in your computer or supposed to be, if it is online document, your system or your laptop must be connected to internet. So now we are going to apply the one that your file is in your local computer. Let's say, let me just say, click here to open a file or to open the file. Oh, let me do it this way. Maybe let's say I quoted somebody's statement. Let's say this is the statement I quoted for someone. So now I want to refer you to that particular text that I have quoted. I will just say here like this, then I will highlight it like this, then I will press Control K. Once I press Control K like this, it will allow me to navigate to where I want to navigate. You see it. If you want to navigate, you just click on this folder, then you navigate in your computer wherever you want to navigate. Let's see. Okay. So the system is, there are a lot in the system. So it will allow you to navigate. Let me do it again. Let me redo it again. Maybe let me just press this like this. Once we press Control K, these are the recent document I've already used. So if I don't want any of this, maybe I want to navigate somewhere to find my file, I'll click on this place. Once we click on this place, so you see these are the files you are having. You can go ahead and choose maybe if it is in documents, if it is in the loads, wherever it is, you can just go ahead and navigate to that place and then download your file. Let me just say, let's just assume it is in documents. So this is my document folder. My laptop is, there are lots. There are lots. So um that's why it's this, it is very slow like this. So I can navigate. Let me just navigate somewhere here and select any file I want to choose. Let me just say, let me just navigate to this folder. We don't have any matching documents. Okay, so let me just use this. Then I will just click OK. So once I click OK like this, so once I click this file like this, I have to press Control. After I hold Control key, then I click like this. So once I click like this, it will ask me there, yeah, it's want to open this. I will just say yes. So it will automatically open that file that I have just linked with this. So that is the function of Control K. It allow you to insert hyperlink, and the hyperlink might be in browser, and it might sorry, might be online, and it might be in your local computer depending on what you selected. This is for Control K. Now you see, this is the file I've just opened. You see, it's not the same thing with my file. It's not the same thing. You see, even from the name, it's not the same thing. I don't know why my laptop is loading this way. Maybe it's because I have a lot. So this is the file I've just opened. You see, this is the file I've just opened. Now let me go back to my initial file. This is my initial file, I guess. Good. So this is my initial file. So you see, this is another one. If you click on it, it will open another file for you. So this is what the Control K is doing. The next thing is Control L. Control L is left alignment. Control L is left alignment. If you want to your text, or you want your header or anything to be on the left hand side, all you do is just press Control L. Mark you, if the file is already in the left hand side, even if you press Control L, you will not see any effect or any changes. Now you see, I pressed Control L, and my text just align in the left hand side. So this is for Control L. You see, now I'm still pressing Control L, but my text doesn't make any effect because it's already in the left hand side. So that's it for Control L. The next thing is Control M. Hold on, let me admit this. So the next thing is Control M. As I said, Control M is tab like this. So you see, once I press Control M, it will shift my, what do you call it? It will shift that particular paragraph a little bit. We call it tab. You understand? It will shift as just, it's just like you are pressing tab. It will shift all the uh, paragraph in one tab. If you press Control M again, it will shift it again. If you press Control M again, it will shift it again. It will shift the entire what do you call it? It will shift the entire paragraph. So when do we apply this? Or maybe I will tell you this later after we reach the other shortcut I want us to reach. The next thing is Control N. Control N is creating a new page. Once you press Control N, let's say you have this file, you have this document, and you want to create another document for something. Maybe your boss asks you to please just prepare a proposal for me, this and that. So you don't have to close your file before you can open another. Just press Control N. Once you press Control N, another file or fresh file will automatically open like this. Then you continue doing what you are going to do. So that's for Control N. Then the next thing is Control O. Control O, maybe let's say you want to open another file. You have your existing file, you want to open another file. So you don't have to close your existing file before you can open another file. All you should do is just press Ctrl O like this. Once you press Ctrl O, it will show you all your recent files. You see these are your recent files, and then if you click on browse, then you can go ahead and see which file do you want to open. You have different files in different location. You can simply navigate and open the file you want to open. If it is among your recent files, this is where you can simply find it if it is among your recent files. So this is what control what do you call it, Control O is doing. Then the next thing is Control P. Control P is for print. Control P is for print. So once you press Control P, it will print, it will allow you to print. It will show you the print preview. Let's say Control P, you see it has shown you the print preview. Then you go ahead and select if you want to print the whole file, or if you want to print some specific pages, or whatsoever setting you want to do. So this is what Control P is doing. Then the next thing is Control Q. Control Q is 1.15 line spacing. Let's say you have a bigger line spacing, or you have a very tiny line spacing. So let me just change this line spacing to bigger one so that you can obviously see the effect. So you see this is the current, let's say this is our current line spacing. We have 3.0 line spacing. So once you press Ctrl Q, you will automatically see the effect. So you see you have already seen the effect now. It's what do you call it? It's merged, or it's tightened the lines into 1.15 line spacing. So this is how the shortcut for Control Q works, which is 1.15 line spacing. Now the next thing is Control R. Control R is right alignment. We have done the left alignments like this. Let's say you want your text to be at the right hand side. Once you press Control L, it will be at the left hand side. So if you press Control R, it will be at the right hand side. As you can see here, it is at the right hand side. So that's what Control R is doing, and that's the effect of Control R. Then the next thing is Control T. Control T is left indentation. Control T is left indentation like this. Now if I press Control T, you see it's indented. There is difference between indentation and what do you call it, tab. So you see once I press Control T, you see it's moving to the what do you call it, to the right hand side. You see it's moving to the right hand side. So there are key difference between the two, between the Control M and Control T. For Control M, if you press Control M, all the what do you call it, all the paragraph will automatically keep shifting to the right hand side. It will keep shifting to the right hand side. While if you press Control T, it will give you indentation at the left hand side. It will just shift the indentation at the left right hand side will keep moving. So that is the key difference is that if it is Control T, the first line in the paragraph is hanging while the other lines will keep moving. While if it is Control M, all the file, all the content in that paragraph will keep moving. And there are places we apply each. Let me give you a clear example where you can apply each. For the Control M, let's say you have your address, maybe you are creating a formal letter or something like that. So let's say this is your address. This is your address. So you know normally address supposed to be at the right hand corner of your document. You want it to be at the right hand corner. So once you press Control M, this is my Control M. So you see once we press Control M, it will keep moving like this. You see it will keep moving like this. So you see this is your address. You see it's at the what do you call it, at the right hand side. All the contents fit to that particular address. This one is because we justified. If we remove the justification, you will see it clearly. You see we have all these stops. So if you want the justification, you can justify the address. If you don't want it, you can just leave it like this. So this is when we use control M. Maybe that's when we are dealing with maybe address or something. While for control T, which is left indentation, is when we are dealing with bibliography. I believe all of you are graduates. So as far as you are graduates, you must know this bibliography is just like a reference. And if you are writing it, the first word of the letter, sorry, the first word in that paragraph, you know it is name, title, and everything, all those stuff about that particular book or something or journal or anything. So you know all in every cases the first word in in every reference, the first word will be on its own, while and that the first word is in the first line, while the other words in the second line, the first word in the second line will be at the second word in the line. The same thing applicable to all other lines. Let's do it practically so that you see it. Let me just press Control T. So you see this is the first word, while these other ones in this directly close to or aligned with the second word in the what do you call it in the next line. So wherever you press this Control T, it will do the same thing, and this is how we do bibliography. If you can recall, this is how the bibliography looks. If you don't have any, you can go ahead and check reference. Wherever you have reference or bibliography, this is how it looks like. So please go ahead and check yours, and you will believe me that this is how it looks. So this is where we can have the practical application of this. The next thing is Control U. Control U is for underline. We have to be very fast. Control U is underline. You underline something. So just press Control U. Then the next thing is Control V. Control V is for first. If you want to paste something, once you press Control V, you will paste. So the next thing is Control X, Control W, which is close. You have already, maybe you have opened your documents or you have opened your file or something. If you want to close it, once you press Control W, it will automatically close. Let me just press Control W and see. You see, once you press Control W like this, once you press Control W like this, sorry, my laptop is still. So you see, once you press Control W, because I didn't save it, that's why it's asking me, do you want to save the changes? But maybe let's go and do and apply it on this one that we haven't add anything. So you see, once I press Control W, this one will automatically close. So this is for Control W. Then the next thing is Control X for cutting. If you want to cut something, maybe let's say you highlighted this and you want to cut it. Once you press Control X like this, you see you have already cut it. If you want to paste, as I said, Control V. We have done it earlier. If you want to paste something, once you press Control V, it will allow you to paste whatever you want to paste. Then the next thing is Control Y and Control Z. So Control Y is redo. If you have done something, maybe you have done some editings or you have done some formattings and you want to undo what you have already done. So you just sorry, you want to maybe redo what you have already done. You see, first I've cut this, so you see I've already redone it. Now you see, so this is for redo. Then if you want to undo something, maybe you have copied something or you highlighted something or you put color to something and you want to undo. Please, this, I mean, you are disturbing our peace. Please, Aminu, please, you are disturbing our this thing. You are using your whiteboard or something, please. So let me highlight and apply something. Let's say I've changed this color to red. You see, I've changed it to red. So now once I press Ctrl Z, I will undo what I've already done. Let me just press Ctrl Z. So you see it maintain it is on color. Um, that's so the function of Ctrl Z for you to undo what you have already done. So basically, these are the shortcut keys we have from Ctrl A to Ctrl Z. Now, it's like I've seen. Let me acknowledge the presence of my boss. He's here with us. Yeah. So I don't know, sir, if there is anything to add. He's here with us. I've already asked him to unmute. So I've already asked him to unmute. He is here with us. Let's continue before he unmutes. I believe if he unmuted himself, he will start talking. If there is anything to add. Um, so these are the shortcut keys we have from A to Z. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is we are going to talk about inserting of shapes, how we can insert our shapes, and how we can manipulate our shapes. Let's see how it goes. Let me move this right up to the downward like this. So good. So this is my fresh page. So if you want to insert any page or you want to do a lot of things, in this Microsoft Word or things or in this IT stuffs in general, you have to be very creative. So if you learn ABC, you have to be very creative to the extent that you can construct something with this ABC you have learned so far. If you learn this, you have to be very creative to be able to uh, manipulate them and come up with something new. So this inserting of shapes, let's see how we can insert shapes and see how we can manipulate them to do some things. So if you want to insert any shapes, first you come to insert, then you click on shapes. So you see we have different shapes. We have a lot of shapes. We have this rectangle shapes like this. You understand? We have a lot of them. Let me just let me just draw another shape. Um, yeah, this is my shape. I will come to this. Um, let's see, I want to create this. So you see there are a lot of shapes. So let's just say maybe you want to create something unique or something different. Is there anything we can create? Let's see. Let me just screenshot this so that we can see if we can quickly create something. So this is what I have screenshotted. Good. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so this is what I have screenshotted. Let me crop it. Okay. So now let's say we want to use shape, our knowledge of inserting of shapes to come up with something similar to this. Let's say I want to design this icon using Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word can do a lot of things. So let's say I want to design something, an icon, something similar to this. I will do it very quick. If you are left behind, maybe you can watch and rewatch the video later. So first thing I will do is um, I will take this, then I will have it's like this. So you see the background color is black. The background color is black. We also call it Sheffield. So it's black. You see it's black. Then we have outline. You can choose to say no outline. You don't want any outline. Good. Now the next thing is this video icon. So first I will come to this insert again. Then I'll come to this. I will select this rectangle like this. Then I will highlight. I'll put it somewhere here like this. Good. So you see now my background color is what? White. My background color is white. So I will have to change it. This time around, I'm not changing it to black. I will remove the background color. So how do I remove the background color? I will select it and say no fill. Instead of me to write background, to select the background color, in the background color, I will say no fill. This is chef fill. It is my background color. I will just say no fill. Once I said no fill, it will automatically carry the background color of my existing shape, or my shape that is on top of or that is beneath that particular shape I have selected. Now you see my background color is black. That's why you cannot see anything. Now for the shape outline, I will select white to be my shape outline. So you see, once I select white to be my shape outline, you see this is my outline and I can see it. Let me just make it a little bit bolder. So after having selected it, I will just come to this outline. Then I will go ahead and select the words for me to increase the width of this. Let me just change it to something. Let me just leave it like this. Good. So now the next thing is um, this triangle. I think I need it. Good. So I think I need this one. Oh, let me use this one. Let me use this one. So I will draw my triangle like this. Good. So I will apply the same thing for the shape fill. I will say uh no fill. Then for the shape outline, I will select what, then maybe I will bold it also. I will increase this weight to 1.5 feet like this. Then I will change it like this. I will shift it a little bit like this. Good. So you see now this is my shape. So I will have to cut it. I will have to cut it because it's not triangle per se. So I will have to cut it. Let me just cut it this way. I will go to insert again, shape. So let me change the what do you call it? The background color, shape fill. I will change it to black like this. So good. So now let me shift it. Okay. So now let me shift this one also. Good. So now this one that I've just shipped, let me bring it forward. Good. So you see, I've just bring it forward. So this is my icon. This is how you see we have successfully created this icon. That's it looks somehow like this. We don't have enough time to maintain all those things. But this one you can add a text box. This one you can just drag one single line as we did last week for dragging of a line. I believe you all know how to do that. So this is how you can merge different shapes, a lot of shapes to come up with something very unique. So after you having learned this differently, you can go ahead and create something very creative. So after having done this, after you are done with everything, you select this, all the shapes you have used, you select them. You see, so far these are the shapes we have used, I believe. So you select all of them. Hold on, yeah. So after having selected all, then you right click like this, then you come to groupings, then you group them all. So once you group them all, you can move them wherever you want to move them, and it will automatically change to one single shape. You can even duplicate it like this. Once you press Control and you hold it, you can drag. Once you drag, you simply duplicated that particular file you have created. So basically, this is what we will have for the inserting of shapes. So after having done the inserting of shapes, the next thing we are going to do is pagination. How do we do this pagination? How would we insert page number to what do you call it, to these files? Don't forget we already have our documents here from chapter 1 up to this. We have 17 pages. So how do we insert page number to all these ones? So if you want number, you just come to this insert, then you have your page number somewhere here. Yeah, this is your page number. You can just quickly select where you want your page number. Do you want it on top or you want it at the bottom? So for our own case now, we'll just select the bottom. Sorry, my laptop is very slow these days. Page number, then I'll select bottom. Then let me just select this option. So you see now it's automatically paginate all my pages. It just give them page number from page one up to the last page, up to the last page. It just gave them the page number. So this is how we do pagination, and this is how we put the page number. The next thing is page break. The next thing we are going to talk about is page break. How do we break our pages? For the page break, from now onward, I will use research project as an example. Um, let's see here. Good. So now let's say we have let's say certification. Let's say we have certification. Let me centralize it. So you know, after you have wrote what you are supposed to write in your certification, let's say you have wrote maybe 5 or 10 lines. Let's say you have wrote 5 lines like this. Now, okay, so good. So now let's say you have wrote your piece like this. Now you want to move to the next page without you having done with this one. You see, we have a lot of spaces, and so we want to just move to the next page like that without writing anything in this. So instead of you to keep pressing enter, enter, enter like that, you understand, instead of you to keep pressing enter until you read the next page, that's not the best practice to do it. All you should do is just come to this layout. So after we come to layout, we have our breaks. Then you just click on this page. It's what we call page break. This is how we do page break. Once you click on it, you see it will automatically go to the next page. It will allow you to go to the next page automatically. So you see, this is my first page. So you see, this is your first page. While once you click on this, it will automatically create the next page for you without you pressing enter, enter until you reach that place. So this is how you do your page break. Then the next thing is section break. So section break is more or less like page break. Also, it will go to the next once we click. Okay. So we are talking about the section break. Let me um yeah. So this is the section for the section break. Let me admit this once. Good. So for the section break, it will also go to the next page automatically. Once you select the section, it will automatically go to the next page, or it will, yeah, it will automatically go to the next page. But the key difference between the two is that there are a lot of formatting or settings that you will apply. If you apply them, they will only be applicable to that particular section, because it's like the word is the Microsoft Word is categorizing your documents into different sections. You have this section, you have next section, you have next section. Maybe the first section you put watermark, while the second section you don't want to put watermark. The third section you want to put watermark. The last section like that. So any section that you want to put watermark, it will allow you to put the watermark if you categorize them into section. There is also issue of this landscape, that is page orientation. So maybe you want this particular page to be what do you call it, to be landscape, while you want the other one to be in portrait. So you can also use section break to separate between the two, so that once you click on once you apply the settings to that particular page, it will not be applicable to other sections that you haven't applied it to them. So now let's go ahead and do the what do you call it? Okay, let's go ahead and do for the section break. I told you this. My system is very slow. Please, you have to bear with me. Let me zoom out my screen so that I should see what I'm doing. Good. So now for the section break, let me just say I want this one to be a section. Yeah, good. So now let me just say I want to change this one to be in different section. So if I want this one to be in different section, let's see how it goes. Good. Now I will come to this layout, then I will come to the breaks again. But this time around, I will click on this. I'll click on sections, section breaks. So now these two are in different section. This one is in a section on its own, while the one at the top is also on it is section on it is on. So now let me apply watermark on this section only. Let me apply watermark on this section only so that you can see what I will do. I'll come to design, then I'll click on this watermark. My system is not responding. Please bear with me. I have opened a lot of tasks. I have been working with it, so that's why. I think that's why it's misbehaving. So let's just use this one. We are not here to customize or put anything. Just let me use this one. Yeah, so you see, I believe you can all see the watermark. Okay. So I believe you can all see the watermark in it, and it's applied in all the pages. You see it's applicable in page 2, page 1, not happy. So now let me go to the first page. Hold on. Hold on, let me Yeah, let me put the section break maybe somewhere here. Layout. Okay. So let me remove the, what do you call it, watermark, and put it again. Okay. So yeah, the watermark will be applicable in all the section, but for the page number, it will not be applicable. Let's see for the page number and page orientation. Yeah, page number and page orientation. Good. Page orientation. Let me change it to landscape. Good. So you see, these are two different sections. You see this section, I change it to landscape. You see all this section, you see it's a landscape like this. Do you understand? All these pages are a landscape, while the other ones, so you see the next section started from page 6. So you see this section now is in portrait. So this is section break. This is how you categorize your what do you call it, your pages into different sections. This is another section like this. And also for the page number sometimes yeah, so maybe when we reach the page number when we reach advanced pagination we'll talk about that. The next thing is table of contents. So for the table of contents, if you want to have table of content, first you have to make sure that you have your headings. Sorry, please let me change this one to let me change it to be on the same what do you call it? The same section. Good. So now for the page number, sorry, for the table of content, first you will have to have headers. You have to make sure that all your files are, sorry, all your documents, all your headings, you already set up your documents. I'll click on this one like my first header. I will select it and put it as header 1. Um, this one is also header 1. Any headings you are having is heading 1. But if you have any subheading under it, maybe let's say here I have M and objectives. So this one is my heading 2 because it's subheading under heading 1. You can have heading 3, heading 4, up to as much heading as you may need. Let's say this is my chapter 2. Good. So let's say this is my chapter 2. Okay. So my chapter 2 is a heading on its own. So it should be heading 1. So if you have any subheading under it, maybe let's say review of. So this is a subheading under chapter 2. So I will just click on heading 2 continuously. So if you have any heading, you just keep selecting your headings like that. So after you are done with all your headings, let me open the navigation bar so that we can see what we have done so far about the headings. This is my navigation pane. So you see I'm having this. So if I have any other subheading, you see I can just collapse it like this. So if I have any other subheading, I can just keep selecting the subheadings like that. So see I have certification here. Let me move to the next one. I have acknowledgement like this. Acknowledgement is also heading 1. So let's say maybe let's say I have. So let's say I have dedication as my heading 1 also. So let's say here is my table of content. So So this is my table of contents. This is where I want my table of contents to be. So now all the heading that I select, Microsoft Word will automatically knows that, yeah, this is a heading, this is a heading, this is a heading. So now if I want my table of content, I will just come to this references. After I come to this references, I will select this table of content. Then I will just click on this like this. So you see, I'm having this. I have certification is in page 1, acknowledgement in page 2, dedication is in page 3, table of content is in page 4 continuously. So take note of this. Okay, let me copy this. Since this is my table of content, let me get rid of this and put it this way. Then I will make it to be heading 1 also. Then I will update the table, update the entire page, the entire table. Okay. So now this is what we have. So normally in project it's categorized into what do you call it? Normally it is categorized into preliminary pages and the main body of the project. So now let's see the category. So for the first category, I want it to be in Roman numbers, which is page 1, page 2, up to the uh, table of contents. Maybe you have your abstract also in the preliminary pages. So now I want anything that starts from here, I want it to be in normal numbers, while the other ones to be in page number. Sorry, to be in Roman numbers. So now let's see how we will do that. First, I will come to my inserts like this, but sorry, first I'll have to change this into different section. I will say this is in another section. I'll come to layout. I will select my breaks, then I will select this next page like this. Let me change this one to another one like this. Good. So now this is different section from the other. So now let me format my page number here. Come to insert, then page number, then I will format the page number. I will select Roman numbers like this. Then I will say, instead of me to select continue from previous section, I will just say start at 1. Then I'll click OK. So you see, I have Roman figure 1, 2, 3, you see up to 4. This is my last Roman figure. Now, this is my new section, which is chapter 1. So you see, it continues from 5. Though it's supposed to continue, it's supposed to start from 1 also. So now how do we do that? So if we want it to start from 1 also, we have to format this section. Now we format the first section, which is preliminary, we change it to Roman numbers. So now we are formatting this section also. We will change it, we will maintain the page number, but the only one thing that we will do is to make sure that it also started from 1. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll come to page number. I'll click on this format, then I'll click on start at 1 also, but this time around I would not select the Roman numbers. I will just click on OK. So you see it started also from 1, you see 2 continuously up to the uh, last page, up to the last page. So this is how you differentiate your first what do you call it, your preliminary pages from your what do you call it, from your main body of the text. So now let's come and update our table of contents. You see, once you click on this update table of content, you click on update the entire table. So you see now, after having updated the entire table, we're having certification as Roman numbers, all the preliminaries as Roman numbers. Then we have our main body of the text as what do you call it, as normal numbers. So I think this is where we are going to draw the curtain. We have done a lot, we have covered a lot. Let's see, please, is there any question? Please, if there is any question, you can quickly write down your question. We have been having network issues. Zoom have been often me out, so that's why we have this. So please, is there any question? If there is any question, please, I'm expecting your question. So I think nobody is typing anything. Break section. Page break. As I said, page break, I've already explained it. Page break. For page break, I said if you have a text like this one, you see is an acknowledgement. So normally, oh, let me just give example with this dedication. So let's say this dedication, um, let's say let me say I dedicated this research work to my lovely parent like this. So let's say this is only what you have wrote in dedication. You understand? So now you want to move to the next page. You are done with this page. You know you can't match the 2 pages with the same heading in preliminary. So now you are done with it like this. You want to move to the next page. So instead of you to keep pressing enter, 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 so that's not how you do it. If you want to move to the next page, all you should do is just come to this layout, then you just click on this break, then you click on this. Once you click on this, you have automatically moved to the next page. Then you write whatsoever you want to write. So this is what we call page break. So for this page break, if you do it, it will allow you to, you don't have to keep pressing enter for you to reach the, what do you call it, another page. While for the section break, is almost the same thing. But the key difference between the two is that if you do any some formatting, there are some formatting like changing of what do you call it, page orientation. You want this page this section to be landscape. You want the other section to be portrait and what have you. So whatever stylings you apply for the uh, sections that you have broken, let's say you have broke these sections, acknowledgement and what have you. So whatever the stylings you applied in this section, it will not be applicable in another section. Let's say you have changed this section to be in landscape. So the first section that you haven't broken will not be changed to landscape. Now let's say we have changed this chapter 1 to landscape, which is our main body of the text. So let's say we have changed it to landscape like this. So you see, we have changed it to landscape, but you see the other section, like that, which is this section, it wasn't changed. It hasn't changed to landscape. Only that the second section that was changed to landscape. And another thing is that you see, since they are in different section, we can give them different pagination or page number format. We can give them different page number format. So this is the key difference between the page break and section break. This is all. I don't think there is anybody that didn't understand this. I don't think there is anybody that didn't understand this. If you don't understand it, I suggest you just watch and watch it again. I believe you will understand it. So I think this is why we are going to draw the curtain. Uh, with this, I will call it a day. Have a wonderful night. See you next week. You will expect your assignment, and anybody please that did not submit his assignment, he should make sure he submitted it before 11:59, because anybody that didn't submit will be removed from the group. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye.